Hey again, YouTube, it's Tempest. I'm starting two videos, I'm just kidding. I'm not really starting any videos. This is a new deck for me. It's one of, or at least it was, one of the best decks ever made, ever, in my opinion. It's starting to lose its popularity now because there's so many cross rides out, and also break rides. But this deck I think is still really viable. It's really good. I play it a lot and I enjoy it a lot. Um, Let me just get right into it. It's a Agravain deck. Gold Paladin. Agravain is considered to be one of the best Mega Blasters in the game. And this deck just focuses on you getting that Mega Blast out really early and then just tanking with it the rest of the game. So I'll explain what he does like when I get there. But basically, all of your grade zeros and ones and twos are focused on making sure that you either help fuel your Agravain soul, or they keep you alive long enough to hit that 8th card in soul to Mega Blast. Alright, so we're starting with Stronghold of the Black Chain's Hole. You may not know this guy because he just came out in set 9, and he's really, really weird. He's a 4K Pioneer, and then he lets you put himself into Soul to give a unit 3K. So it's really bad. Like in any other deck, that would be a really bad card. But in this deck, because it gives you a free card in Soul no matter what, and it also gives you lets you put 3K on a unit, it's actually pretty decent. Now there's some clans like Royal Paladin has a new starter coming out that lets you, when it's a 4K Pioneer, and then it lets you put into your Soul to draw a card. Now that is a starter. Like that is like a really great consistent starter that every clan could have. But if every clan had that card, they'd probably be broken. So. We were playing Hole because we can use him to fuel our soul. Hole fuels our soul. That's all you see here. For triggers, we're playing 7 crit. I'm playing 3 Dantegal right now in place of 3 more Flame of Victory because I don't have 4 Flame of Victory. Flame of Victory lets you put him into soul to give a unit 3K. Normally I don't need to do that with this deck, but I can if I have to. Just because whatever. Yeah. And then we're playing 5 draws and 4 heals. 5 crit or 7 crit for 5 draw really synergizes with the deck. Because it lets you draw into things that you need to help you get to your Agravain faster if you don't have it for some reason. And then the crits also help with the Vanguard. And then we're also playing 2 Kungal. He's a grade 0, he's got 10k shields, and when you guard with him, you can put him into your soul. So it's not quite a perfect guard, but it works. Yeah, he's just kind of cute, and he helps fuel your soul, and he's actually not that bad of a card. So, grade 1s, we're playing 4 Knight of Elegant Skills Gareth. Pretty good card. Lets you boost for 8k. That's about it. Put him behind your 8k random 8k attackers. 4 Warhorse, Raging Storm. What he does is when he's placed on Vanguard or Rearguard Circle, you get to put a card from your hand into your soul. It's a huge minus for you, but usually it'll help you get that 8th card in soul for Agravain faster. So normally if you draw him, you only need to play him like once a game, and then you can just guard with him later. But you want him for that like early ride or call, and put that card in a soul that you probably won't need early game. Because if you can get the soul really fast in this deck, it really helps. And then we're playing 3 Sagramore. When it boosts an attack that hits, you can drop and draw. Helps you get rid of extra draw triggers, helps you draw shields faster. Really good early game because it lets you cycle through your grade 3s and get your Agravains. Because if this deck can't hit the 8th card in soul, it'll lose, like it'll auto lose, so you really need that 8th card in soul. So cycling through cards is important. And then the last card is 2 Little Battler Tron. It's a 10k Vanguard booster. It's about all it is. Just a random tech, really. You may notice I'm only playing 13 grade 1s, and I'm also not playing perfect cards. The reason I'm not playing perfect cards is that, number 1, I don't have any. Number 2, with the Mega Blast that Agravain has, he gains power permanently, making him essentially as strong as a cross ride. And since I already have grade 0s to help defend, like the 2 Kungal, like I said, I don't exactly need the perfect cards. I also have the Sagramores to help me cycle through my excess like grade 3s. So in theory, I don't need to play perfect cards because normally I just be dropping like grade 2s and 3s of perfect cards anyway. I can just do Sagramore. Yeah, so that's why I'm not playing on perfect cards in here. I don't even think I would play them even if I had them, because number one, they'd probably be in another deck, and number two, you probably don't really even need them. Because you'd be surprised at how consistent this deck is at riding Agravain. Grade 2s, 4 Bowmans, just a standard 10k attacker, pretty good. 4 Nemean Lion, you need this card in your deck. It's a 10k interceptor, so it's good for doing things, defending early attacks and defending late game attacks if for some reason you haven't gotten your eighth card in Soul yet. So yeah, just play 4 if you can. And the last of the grade 2, sorry, are playing 1 Master of Pain because they only have 1. What he does is he's your self-damager, so that you take a damage early and then reshuffle a card back into your deck. Let you recycle your heal triggers or your Agravains if you checked any early, so you can help draw them later, or any other card you really need. Ideally, I would play 3 of him, but I don't have 1 copy of it, so I'm also playing 2 Providence Strategist. What she does is she's a 7k grade 2. If her attack hits the Vanguard when you have 4 more rear guards, you get to draw a card. So she's good as a turn 2 ride, and if you can pump her up using a starter and you're like what else is there? Flame of Victory if you have one. Mainly if you just pump her up with a starter and push. As long as she has a decent booster, she'll probably hit. And then you get that +1 off the draw. So yeah, it's pretty good. Not really consistent since I'm only playing 2 of it, but it works, And it's also weak enough that if you get it late game, you can just guard with it, or you can put it into Soul with Warhorse if you're missing that 8th card. So yeah, I think I'd rather play 3 Disciple of Pain, or 3 Master of Pain, I guess is what the card is called. But yeah, I'm playing Providence Strategist because it seems to work for me. Alright, now for grade 3s. 4 Knight of Fury Agravain. This one's SP. Really like my SPs now. What he does is once per turn during your main phase, you soul charge 1, which is mandatory, and then he gains 2k power until end of turn. And then he has a Mega Blast, which lets you counter blast 5, soul blast 8, and then he gains until end of game. He gets +1 critical, and he gets the skill where during either player's turn, he gains 1,000 power for every gold paladin rearguard you have. Yeah, so basically he's as strong as, if not stronger than, Cross Ride after he Mega Blasts, and he also gains an extra crit in end of game, which is ballin'. He's like one of the best Mega Blasters. So that 15k base is really powerful. Basically nothing will be hitting 3 stages over him, short of like a Garmor or Labrador boosted by their own like 10k Vanguard booster. That's it. And then of course you have like so much shields, so while you're wasting 5k's off of your opponent's rearguard attacks, you can be dropping 10k's, 2 10k's on their Vanguard attack every turn. Yeah, he's a really good card. He looks flippin' awesome, and he's got a flippin' awesome Mega Blast. So yeah, play him at 4 in this deck because he's the whole point. And then the last grade 3s are 3 12k attackers. I'm playing Mana Whedon because I don't have the 3rd Gigantic Destroyer, but ideally you'd play 3 Gigantic Destroyer. He's a backup in case you don't freaking draw him, or he lets you just stall until you get him. I think in the future I'd rather play 3 the Liberator Gancelot, because he's also 11k, and on Vanguard he gains 2k when he attacks with Vanguard, so he does the job that these guys do, and they do it better, because if you actually ride Agravain on top of Gancelot when you have 4 damage, Agravain gains 10k, which is really good, even if you haven't hit that 8th card in Soul yet. It's still 22k attacking. Yeah, and then you also get to give 5k to 3 rearguards, so that would be the one change I might make, is play 3 Gancelot instead of these guys, but they're 12k attackers, pretty consistent, So yeah, that's my Agravain deck profile. I'm not even trolling here. This is a great deck if you want to play a cheap deck. It takes a little bit of skill to use, and you have to be careful because I've actually decked out while playing this deck before. So yeah, but other than that, yeah, it's pretty simple, pretty standard Agravain deck. So yeah, comment with questions and suggestions, like if you like the video, and subscribe if you want to see more. Thanks for watching.